Hello there, everyone! This is Quiversee, and welcome back to more Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Last time was mostly dedicated to me on an insane quest to try and get all of the item drops that I can to fill out the library. And I had mentioned that in between parts I was going to try and do a little bit of grinding to try and fill that out a bit, and I have. I've still got way too long to go, but I did get a couple of interesting things. Let's see. No, I had Thunderbrand. Like, a lot of the stuff that I was able to pick up, you can see, is like many copies of things that we already had. Many copies. But there were a few new things that I got. I'll go over that in a minute here. The Hunter Sword was one. I think we got that from the Hunting Girl, I want to say. Nothing special, just a sword. Unfortunately, that's kind of the case for a lot of these things. The Werebane, which I do not remember what dropped this. I like that. I didn't know it did that. And the Sword Familiar. Remember how I mentioned that I remembered you could equip the Sword Familiar at some point? That's the threshold, level 50. And yeah, once I got to that threshold and I noticed that he was in my inventory, I switched over to working on a couple other familiars. Haven't really gotten anything substantial out of anything else yet, but Sword Familiar. Ignore that. I was just trying to see if he had a special move. Doesn't appear to, but he is green. There was more stuff. Lunch A. I got a few consumables, a bunch of which I've actually used in some of this process. Lunch A. Well, it's Lunch A. I don't really have anything to say about that. I kept it there, and I don't want to eat it because it's Lunch A, and it's very weird to me. What else did I get? I feel like I already had the Claymore down there. I don't remember for sure. No, I know there was at least... I've already gone through the Medusa shield, but there was another shield I got. Wasn't the Knight shield? Where is it? There you are! The Axe Lord shield! Which reminds me, I need to see what this does with the shield rod. And... where are you? There you are. Shield rod. So, Axe Lord's shield, which... surprise, surprise. Pretty sure that I got that from an Axe Lord. With the shield rod, what's it do? It summons an Axeman. Let's see, what else did I find? I don't think I found anything new in the headwear department. Just got a few extra circlet drops. I know I got a couple of different armors. Some of them were just duplicates, like, I know I got another gold plate somewhere along the way. But I also got this. The Axe Lord armor, which I have not tried on yet. Apparently, the wearer becomes an Axe Knight. What? Whoa! Okay, I didn't expect it to be quite this literal. I can't transform or do special moves, but am fast and can axe. That is the silliest thing I ever did see. And apparently Ghost Familiar doesn't like it. But I want to take a moment to try out the power. Okay, so doing that does 71 damage. Now, what about if I am... You know, if this thing actually had a slightly decent jump, it might actually be somewhat usable. Slightly weaker than doing the shield rod. I'm actually going to keep the shield rod and Axe Lord shield out for a bit. For what it's worth, by the way, I got that and about a bajillion iron balls because, you know the bone pillars in the stairway room? And how there's that one pillar that has a spike ball on it. Yeah, that spike ball has its own drops, apparently. And they are iron balls and that very same shield that I now have. Or not the shield, the armor. You know, I guess in that light, it's like because it comes from such a weird and obscure enemy, I guess it makes sense that it's almost a bit of a joke item. But that was pretty much it as far as substantial things that I got. There's still a bunch of stuff that I want to hunt down, but I want to do some actual exploration now. To that end, this is actually the warp room I wanted to be in. Because I want to explore Upside Down All Rocks. Darn, I missed the hole. Whoa, hello. Yeah, I did a little bit of, I should mention, I tried to do a little bit of hunting up in like the inverted castle. Not too much, just try to get some done in like the wall and library areas, which I didn't really get much of anything from there. I think the only thing I've known I got was some gauntlets from the lions. But I figured since I've still got to do a lot of stuff in the inverted castle, that would be something worth doing, you know, as part of the journey, as it were, rather than off-screen grinding, at least for now. Come on, there we go. Ah, Medusa head. Hey, I still got to go to the clock tower for the Medusa head there, like the yellow Medusa heads. So I've only gotten the Medusa shield off of the green ones, and while I'm pretty sure that the yellow ones probably also drop it as their secondary drop, I haven't confirmed that. To speak nothing of the Cloaked Knights. You know what? I'll just stick in bat form for a bit. Ghosty Ghost doesn't need to follow me. So, yeah, I guess we're going to start off just by trying to clear out this room as best as I can. Lousy Medusa heads everywhere. Giving me stress and anxiety. Ooh. Well, we got the Alucard mail now, so we can actually put on our full Alucard set again. You know what? I should probably, since I'm now thinking about it, I should probably go back to Alucard for a bit. Just for the luck boost. There you are. Alucard! But I am glad to have found the Alucard mail. Uh-oh! Stupid Medusa heads. This is why I don't like hunting them. Come on, there we go. Nope. Listen, I gotta try whenever I see the yellow ones. Until I see the second item drop, the yellow ones will be priority target numero uno. Because once it does drop, I don't gotta worry about them no more. Oh. Alright, we're getting close to where I'm gonna want to move down a bit. Looks like right here's good. Alright. Darn, I was off kilter a little there. That's better. Looks like there's another path for me to take down below. Hey, it's Karasamon! He has a drop I need too. Sir? I think he flew the coop. Is there another one down here? Yes, there is. How many of them are there? I guess 2 is the answer. Since I'm here, I might as well try and hunt them down. Like, that's kind of what I was doing when I was doing the grind, was finding areas that have, like, monsters that are, like, on the larger side or more annoying to find and deal with. And Karasamon fits that bill. Oh! There's something! Ring of Fëanor. Increases overall strength. Ooh. So it... but this increases rare item appearance rates. Ring of Fëanor is basically like a weaker version of the... oh, shoot. I almost forgot. That was another thing I got, the talisman. So I got this from the muskets, the bone muskets in the wall. This is like the last thing I got as far as rare item goes, except for the ape, which I decided to not worry about the ape since I can fight them elsewhere. I haven't done, like, the cavern part yet. It's probably what I'm going to do next, honestly, as far as item grinds go. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. May absorb damage taken. I haven't tested this, and honestly, I'm not too worried about it. I can't help but look at the symbol for it, though, and feel like that it's trying to reference something. I don't know. There's something about it and calling it a talisman that makes it feel like a reference. But if it is one that escapes me. Oh, hello. I would very much like a shuriken. I meant to turn into a wolf, but a bat works. Into the door. Ooh. Hello. Hi, mummy. Akmodan II. Not what I was expecting to see. He appears to emit a toxic gas when struck, and is immune to toxic gases himself. Shocker. What? Have some holy fire. What a joke. And that was it. Oh! Wait, he had the final piece? Huh. I thought that belonged to a different boss. Interesting. Funny thing is, I think that with that, we technically have all we need to go to the final boss and beat the game. I ain't gonna, because there's more to do. But I could if I wanted to. Alrighty. Anyways, enough, screw around in here. Just gonna fly across the room. It didn't count as... Let me leave the room and see what it does. No, it didn't count. That's peculiar. Okay, I'm gonna have to just, leave that alone, I suppose. That is gonna bother the heck out of me. Alright, let's go Wolf Rush! Wolf Rush again! Woo! Alright, I'll be honest, I don't remember if the Ring of Fëanor was the rare drop or the other drop. I'm not gonna grind anymore against Karasamon, but since I'm in here again, I figure I might as well just kill them again. Once more each for old time's sake, as it were. There we go. Well, the fact that I just got Resist Dark confirms that, yeah, I got all his drops. Oh! And it appears the map has repaired itself. Splendid! Hit the wrong button. Didn't mean to spit fire. Uh-oh. Yep. Nope. Funny thing is, I am positive that those yellow Medusa heads don't drop the one item that I truly care about finding as far as rare drops is concerned. But it doesn't matter, because I know I'm still gonna be missing it, you know? It's like, until I've actually found it, it's gonna bug me constantly. I don't think these guys drop it either. But, you know, I gotta be sure. Although when it comes to the flying zombies, I wonder, is it the top part or the bottom part that has the drop? Maybe if I separate them? Yeah, I have no earthly idea. I don't know why I bothered to attack that and then not even pick up the heart that dropped. Ha! Well, they seem to be rich in money. Ah. All right. For what it's worth, I may be missing the thing that the zombies drop, but I am not missing what the Cthulhu's drop. They drop, I believe it was pentagrams and bat pentagrams. Ah, back here. So yeah, now my objective in here is going to be to go after the right wall there. And much as I love the music, I now have to deal with, all this. On the plus side, I now know imps can give luck potions, so maybe I'll get lucky. All right, down a little more. That should be good. It should be, but the map is being stupid again. Oh, magic missile. Not too surprising. Seems to drop on a lot of the archery type units. Ah, we're in this room now. Okay, I gotcha. I want to break the spikes. There we go. Woo! The Twilight Cloak, you say? This was the cloak we started the game with. Much as I love Joseph's cloak, that's only a moderate amount better. But it's also the black cape for vampires. And it glows a bit. That black and red, it just... Ah, it's too good. I do like having the customizable colors, and I am thankful that the customizable cosmetic cloak is only a notch below the Twilight cloak in terms of efficiency. But this is just such a good look. Oh, wait a minute. Almost forgot. Boop. Can't forget my lucky armor. Come on, go up. There we go. There we go. Oh! No, get a thing! Brilliant mail! What is brilliant mail? Increases sub-weapon strength. I actually really like that. So it would make, like, my holy waters and my knives and stuff stronger. That is cool. I like that as an armor effect. More importantly, I don't have to worry about hunting down snipers of Goth. Although I'm still missing a drop from the imps. Pretty sure. Oh, speaking of drops, got that luck potion I wanted. Gonna definitely hunt. You know what? I think that when I do go back into item hunting mode, I'm gonna actually start with the imps because I'm going to get luck potions while I try and get their secondary drop. And then I can use that to make getting the first ones better. Ooh, hello, Spectral Sword of Ghostliness. I actually hunted down the other two Spectral Swords. They didn't really have any great drops. I think that they literally just dropped broadswords and bastard swords. Although that one's shield seemed to be interested in dropping a shield of its own. But yeah, they weren't really as great as I thought they were. I don't know why I thought they had such a good drop. But I did. I'm gonna say that in my forgetfulness, I had assumed that that was how I got access to the sword familiar, or like how I would power it up. Oh dear. Hello there, Minotauro. Nice. Ooh. You know, we haven't had the lightning thing in a while. I like the lightning thing. So I'm gonna hold on to it. Ah. You are a tough customer. Or at least you were before I sliced you good. Looks like there might be a little something. That's not how I get in there. I have to go through the... Yeah, I gotta go through here. Aha! Is that an Ozagal? Yes, it is. Whoa. Ozagal? Come on. Come on, big man. Get over here. I get a distinct feeling that I wouldn't have been able to pick up his drop if he dropped anything. The ghost is honestly kind of ruining it. How is Ghosty Ghost looking anyway? Level 23. Yeah. Like, honestly, the ghost has not been impressing, but that's kind of why I'm using him. Because I want to see what happens when his potential is realized. Like, growing up, when I've ever played this, I remember that I would only ever play with, like, 2 familiars. Sword and Fairy. And that was basically it. I never really played around with the other familiars too much. And I wanted to play around with the sword on this one still because, you know, I can get to wield the dang thing. That's just not something you ignore. But I am curious of what powers I might get from, like, the ghost or the demon or the bat. Those werewolves are so silly. And really, not that threatening. Threatening enough that I do need to be at least a little careful. Alright, I get it. No more taunting, only running. Stupid white dragon. Thankfully, the white dragon does not have any drops. Or so the librarian says. Okay. Well, looks like there's a room directly above this white dragon. Just gonna go around the spinning cow skulls of silliness. Ah, no. We are keeping the lightning, thank you very much. I said we are keeping the lightning, thank you very much. That wasn't what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay. What is that, a gem? Yeah, that's a gem. There we go. Safe and speedy. Just the way traversal should be at this point in the game. As opposed to whatever nonsense I was just trying to do there. Alright, what lies behind corridor number 3? A sword! Graham! Graham, huh? What manner of blade art thou, Graham? Oh. Well, you know what? It ain't wrong. It is a sword, and its name is Graham. That's gotta be the worst description of an item I've ever heard. Doesn't even seem like it has any reach over Alucard. Obviously, it's got some power, but, like, it doesn't even have as much power as some of the other swords we've found, discounting the familiar or the Alucard blade itself. Ooh, hello. Why, you? Jerk. Now then. I like how the Minotaurs and Werewolves have their own, like, super cool custom boss death animations, even when they're not bosses. I mean, you could say the same about all the other non-boss versions of previous bosses. And even then, it's like, come to think of it, all the enemies in this game have their own little death animations. Some of them are simple, but a good chunk of them are actually pretty in-depth. With pieces falling apart and exploding into flame. It's simple, but the little diversity on that can make a big difference. But there is just that little something extra for the ones that were previously bosses. Alrighty. Looks like I got ourselves 2 more paths here. Start with the upper path, since that's where I found myself first and foremost. There we go. Whoa! $1,000 money bag. I don't think I've ever actually seen one of those yet. Or if I did, I have forgotten completely. Whoop. Yep, there we go. Okay, what's through here? Hey, I'll take another save room, why not? Alrighty. Well, I think that pretty much does it for the Colosseum area. And unless the Minotaurs and Werewolves have drops, I don't even need to grind anything here. Actually, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure the Werewolves do not, but the Minotaurs do. I think that's what it said at the library last time I checked. Oh! Woo. And that all but confirmed it. So that means that these great cowmen have a secondary drop because they dropped a sirloin. That means they had to... You know what? I don't want to have to come back here. Give me a little time. I'm going to find that item. Oh, I just got it. Let me get rid of this goober. Fury plate. Defense goes up when damage is taken. So that either means that getting hit gives me a defense up buff, or it means to lower my health to higher my defense. One or the other. Either way, pretty cool. And very fitting for a Minotaur. Alright, let's see. Where to next? I guess I just continue on to the east. And honestly, that didn't even take all that long. I was only at that for like 8 minutes. Which is really good considering how long it took to do all the other grinds. And now I look at this and I'm like, I should really get this guy over with too. Curse my completionist nature! Oh well, at least it's just the one. Alright. You know what? I'm actually having a bit of an annoying time with this guy. I've already fought him a few times, so you know what? Because I'm never really going to use these things much at all, let's have some fun with our mass attack items, because hitting him is a pain in the butt, let me tell you. So that's the bat pentagram. It's just a shiny pentagram. Let's summon Monster File 1. It's a fish! That's effectively a turret. Huh. Well, I just got what I was looking for. Spirit Sword improves defense. That's actually pretty awesome. Does it have any special attacks? Oh! Wait. Time out. Just time the heck out. Are you telling me... Oh my lord, it is! It's literally a better shield rod. I had no idea. Well, okay, I guess technically it gives me less defense, but it gives me way more offense than the shield rod. That's for darn sure. Wow. I genuinely did not realize that that was a thing. Huh. All right, well, yeah. Shield Rod is awesome, but apparently it's got a cooler big brother in the form of the Mablung. That being said, I'm still trying to find what the heck happened to it. There's Alucard. Where's Alucard? You know, before I even worry about Alucard, I know I just got the item from it, but doggone it, I've had these neutron bombs since the start of the game. Wasteful, yes, but regret, none in the slightest. This is what I wanted to do. All right, but now seriously, where the heck is Alucard? Did this somehow go down here? It did. Come on. Oh, There we go. Are you kidding me? I got another Mablung? Wow. Okay. You know what just dawned on me? I said that I had no idea that was a thing, but I'm starting to think that maybe I did. Maybe that's why I thought that the Spectral Swords dropped something cool, because that one in particular does. You know what? It's starting to come back to me. I think I just got my wires crossed, and I had then gaslit myself into thinking I didn't know what I was talking about. But it turns out I actually did. I just didn't know it at the time. Life's funny that way, isn't it? Oh, we got some imps and snipers in here. I'll definitely be sure to take my time and kill all the imps in here. I'm not going to grind them out like I did the other things. Like I said, I'm more worried right now on whenever I find stuff that's like big and only in like 1 or 2 zones. Those are the things that I'm going to be stopping for. And I know there's a few places I can get imps. Oh, you know what, though? Those imps, they look exactly the same as our demon familiar. Maybe there's a cool interaction with it. Oh my lord, look at that thing! All right, that's cool. I'd forgotten about those clockwork dudes, and I kind of love them. Also, the only special interaction I am seeing with the imps is that I'm getting a little bit confused as to which one's mine when there's multiple on screen. You know what? Those things are obviously only going to exist in this room. But I also have no idea if they even drop anything, because they might not. If I see one drop something, then they're gonna get some grinding. If not, I'm gonna wait until I have a chance to go check them out in the library before I worry about such things. Oh. Oh, I'm out of mana. I'm out of mana! Hard up! Aha! Ouch. Yeah! Gotcha. Didn't drop nothing. Gotta remember that doing that also costs mana. I guess it would be smart for me to use a mana prism, wouldn't it? Also, don't think I didn't see that little square off in the left there. And yes, I am going back to get it, because I have a problem. At least this is a relatively simple room to traverse, if a bit on the large side. Ah, nope, come on, there we go. There we go. All right. That's bizarre. How do I... Maybe if I turn into a bat and I hug up here? There we go. Oh, hello. I seem to have missed a spot. Okay. Now I just gotta traverse the room again. Come on. There we go. There we go. Little bit more to get back where I was. Okay. Up here now. Oh, there we go. Whew. Heart max up! This is gonna take me to save room, right? Oh, thank heavens. Data saved. Okay, so what all is left? There's obviously the spot off to the left here that I'm heading towards. And that'll reconnect with where we left off and connecting with the caves. There's also additional paths I can take from the clock section in the middle. But I think I'm going to wait on that until I get myself access to another warp point, because there is another warp point. But I think that's about it. I think I'm going to take myself a little bit of a break here, and then next time on Castlevania Symphony of the Night, we're going to check out those last couple areas that the Inverted Castle has to offer. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.